It's the preview for Hull City versus Swansea. Let's get into it. Team news. Nigel Adkins will have a large amount of players returning from injury, but will have to make a number of calls regarding the inclusion of some of those players. 8 PM kickoff against Swansea City. A number of Adkins' squad are closing in on returns from injury for the festive period, but with so many games coming up in a short space of time, no risks will be taken. This is a quote from Adkins. We've got players who have been injured and are returning, and we have to make the right calls on them because the games are coming in quick succession, said Adkins. I would imagine we'll utilise the whole squad during this period, but the last thing we want is players breaking down. We've got some tough games with short recovery times in between. Reece Burke, Yori Device and Evandro all trained on Thursday. Eric Lee Hyde didn't train with the group, but he's been outside on the grass, so that's all pleasing because we've got a lot of players wanting to get back into the team. John Terrell has been back in training for the last 10 days to 2 weeks, so the decision is there, along with Evandro, is he at a level to go out there and play? Angus MacDonald, deep vein thrombosis, remains injured. Swansea will be without midfielder Tom Carroll and long-term injury victim Martin Olsen for the trip north, but defender Mike van der Horn should be available after shaking off a virus. Sam James is back in the squad. The wins over Brentford and Wednesday with a slight hamstring strain. Now, we're going to get into the stats. Hull will be hosting Swansea in a match in the second tier for just a century, with the only other such meeting coming back in August 2010 when the Tigers ran out 2-0 winners. Competitions 1-1, failing to score in 5 of those matches. Hull City have had the championship this season, a joint league low alongside Blackburn. Following 3 successive defeats, Swansea have won back-to-back league games. They last won 3 in a row in May 2017 in the Premier League. Hull have kept a clean sheet in 3 of their last 4 home league games, as many as in their previous 14 combined. Swansea have won as many away league games in their last 3 attempts too, as they did in their previous 16 put together. Won 2, drawn 7, lost 7. What do I think? You have to admire the job that Nigel Adkins has done at Hull, considering he's found himself in with next to no money. It looks like they are pulling away from the relegation zone now. Swansea have been hovering around mid-table for most of this season, but look too inconsistent to make a break into the top 6. I can see the Tigers continuing their good run on Saturday evening. Now, into club news. The kits will look slightly different for Hull City at the weekend because of Sport Pacer's Kits for Africa campaign. So what is Kits for Africa? Run by Pacer, the Kits for Africa campaign forms part of Sport African continent and aims to collect as many items of football kit and equipment to be sent to less privileged in Africa. Last year, Hull City found tons of kit donated and then distributed to some of whom received the kit in person when the Tigers travelled to Nairobi, Kenya in May. This season's campaign runs under, and your donations of any unwanted kit, shirts, shorts, socks, boots, etc. will be gratefully received, I think, in deposit containers located inside the Tiger Leisure stores at the KCOM Stadium and Prospect Shopping Centre. You can also distribute your kit in club shops of Everton FC, Loughborough Dynamos, Southampton FC and Torino FC, who are also partners of Sport Pacer. Now, some more club news. Jackson Irvine has been called up for the Asia Cup 2019. There's his name there. You might recognise other players as well from the English leagues. Matty Ryan and Aaron Moy will also be missing alongside Jackson Irvine. So Jackson Irvine will leave from Hull City on Boxing Day after the game against Preston. The tournament will start on January the 5th and it will end on February the 1st. In that period of time, Jackson will miss games against Leeds, Sheffield Wednesday, Bolton and our FA Cup clash with Millwall. However, Australia are predicted to get far in the competition, and if they do get to the very last day, the final in Abu Dhabi, Jackson could be missing for longer, whereas if they go out in the group stage, he may be back on the day the tournament ends maybe. But if they win the tournament or get far, a return in this time frame where the black box has come up on screen may be more likely. Now on to the takeover update. No news yet since the video on Monday. All solicitors have probably gone away on their Christmas break, and no news until the new year, I think. But now these are all of the key issues facing Hull City's potential new owners. The KCOM Stadium, Hull FC, Hull Fair, the Airco Arena, development land next to the stadium, which is the land taken up by Hull Fair every year and Walton Street Market every week. So I'm now in fact going to go through why all these. So the KCOM Stadium, it's council owned. Hull FC, we ground share the stadium with them. Hull Fair, it's on that development land, that spare land at the back every year. The Airco Arena, also council owned. The development land next to the stadium, if people want to develop on that, they have to get permission from the council, and the council will not want to lose Walton Street Market and Hull Fair. But now, this is what I think. A lot of the issues the club has in selling up is the council. Duffin and the Saudi Arabians had good ideas to make the area around the stadium more attractive with casinos and more money-making shops and attractions, and not just being a pile of stones which holds a market every week and a fair every year. Granted, the council will want to keep Hull Fair because it's a market for the city and it makes some money as well as the fairground people. This is just the same idea the Allen family had of building a sports village in that space. The council are too protective of that land and they need to maybe just get rid of half of it maybe. So I'm going to pose a question to you watching the video right now. Is it time the council sold the KCOM Stadium and let Hull City and Hull FC get their own stadiums? Vote in the poll in the top right of your screen. Now it is right there. Vote in that poll. Now on to the predicted 11. Marshall in goal, very, very solid this season. He's proved a lot of us wrong. Todd Kane at right back. Lehigh is not back yet, so Kane will have to do, and he's a good option either at right back or at left midfield. I'm gonna keep Mazuch in there because he got in the team of the week with a 7.7 rating, and I don't think it's fair that after a good game he gets taken out instantly because Burke and Device are back. Even though I do love Reece, and yeah, I think they should be made to work for their spot because Andre was good at the weekend. He was good alongside Elphick, and Elphick's been really instrumental all season, and he probably won't be going back to Aston Villa in January either. Kingsley left back, I've forgotten to change his number, but Yana, who cares? Really though, who really cares? Oh, what you do? Fine, then I'll change it. There you go, you bloody freaks. I'm joking, don't unsubscribe. Kingsley, I said that with the way the defence has been playing, he won't get back into the team. But he's managed to force his way back through because we've had so many injuries over these last couple of weeks. But if Lehigh, Burke, Device would have been able to stay fit, Kingsley wouldn't have a look in. Batty, Henriksen and Irvine, the three centre mids, been really solid all year round. And Henriksen's really taken the captaincy role by storm in recent weeks. Batty's been solid all year. Henriksen, he had a dodgy start, but he's playing really well now and actually looking like a leader. And Irvine, just solid. He's really solid. Bowen on the right and Grzycki on the left, these two have been brilliant recently. And then Campbell up top, he's been absolutely phenomenal. But still hasn't got an inform. I swear EA Sports have a vendetta against Hull City players for not giving them informs. In FIFA 17, Nias came on off the bench in a game against Swansea. When we were 1-0 down at the break, came back on, scored 2 goals, but didn't get an inform. Campbell scored 2 goals last week, didn't get one. Bowen should have had one last year as well, but never got it because EA don't like Hull City. Anyway, substitutes: George Long, Device and Burke. They should actually earn their way back into the side, not just walk straight in. I mean, I could be biased for Reece, but you know, he's got to work his way, has to be fair. Stewart, Dicker, Mackenzie and Martin. Yes, Will Keane is still better than Chris Martin, but I think Martin will still be on the bench in pure favouritism. If you're asking where's Evandro, can't get him in, mate. Squad's too good. Anyway, predicted score now. I'm going to go 1-0 to Hull City. That's the end of the preview. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you're new. And I will see you tomorrow for the matchday vlog. No, probably, yeah, it will be tomorrow. It'll be late tomorrow, though. Bye-bye.